100 plus. In Singapore, we get 10 meters, and on high tide, we get maybe 15, 16. And the visibility is very good in the sense that normally, if I'm in the water, I can't see Stanley or as well. There's the visibility there. So I think Singaporeans, relative to the rest of the Southeast Asian countries or Asian countries, we are a little bit weaker in the depth because we don't have the available waters. Well, what we do is we have to try and leverage on long weekend holidays. We go somewhere like Philippines or Indonesia and we train there. Personally, for my prep, what I do is leading up to competition, I will have usually 2 sessions. One session will be 1 month before the competition. I'll fly somewhere deep for a few days and hopefully I can adapt. And that is what I call the benchmark. Based on the way I perform, the way my body adapts for that benchmarking session is what I will use to predict my competition performance. Then I'll fly to the competition location. Normally there will be a bit of pre-training before the competition, and I'll use the 3 to 4 days to adapt myself again. And I'll use the data from the way my body reacts based on the pre-training and the benchmarking sessions to indicate how I'm going to push myself or not push myself for the actual competition. So that's the way I train.
Just to add on to what they have said, I think it's a challenge for most divers in this region, except Indonesia, to actually find that. But what I found out is actually you can break down a deep dive into several components where you want to practice, and you can do them either dry or in a shallower depth. FRC, as mentioned by Azwa and Azam, is a good way to actually adapt your lung to greater pressure without going deep. I think, in fact, I was told that most deep divers, they also use FRC, even they have depth availability. But if you dive down to 60 and more, you can only train once per day, for example. So it's not a whole lot of training you can get out of that 2 minutes. So shallower dive, but with empty lungs actually allow you to do a repetition of what you are trying to fix. So if you're serious in training depth, I think you can break down your entire dive into various areas and decide what particular areas you want to train for. Is it compression on your lung? Is it flexibility on the rib cage? You can do that with certain exercises, dry as well. If you want to train equalization, I think for me at this stage, ear equalization is the main challenge for me. So you can do it dry with a balloon and do all kinds of dry training, or you can also just do mouth-feel shallow dive to 20 meters, and you can repeat that several times during a training session. So you get more out of one training session per day. So I would say for me, 80% of the preparation will probably come from shallow dive and dry, and the 20% will be the entire, as Azam said, the entire mental preparation of going down deep. Nothing can substitute for that, but 80% of it you can, and the remaining 20% is where you have to take annual leave and lie to your bosses and go and train. So I'm a bit fortunate. I own my own business, so I don't have to lie to my bosses. So I'll be going to Hang Lao next week. No, next week. The week after next, in preparation for the comp in June.
Stanley, Indonesia has a lot of areas with very deep sea. So Stanley, we have a different view from the rest of us.
Yeah, of course. I'm blessed. Like I told you guys before in my presentation that I'm so lucky and so grateful to be Indonesian because it's so easy. So if I work in Manado, I can do depth training. Just swim from the beach and you can have more than 100. Or I go to Palu, I have another business in Palu, just park your car there, just swim 50 meters, you can find 170 meters. In Makassar or in Jakarta, you go to Thousand Island, or in Sabang, it's very, very, very easy. Yeah. But I have funny approach for the depth training, because for me, freediving is like an escape for my daily routine, my daily headache. So every time I go for competitions, for me it's not like a training, but it's more like vacations. So believe or not, I always have PBs in competitions, because it's like I told you before, it's not like a training. Like I just have fun, just going down. I never dream about diving this deep, but it's happened. So yeah, I think it's like Jonathan said, it's a blast. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Stanley. Okay, the last bit, individually, where do you see yourself aiming for within the next year, in terms of competition, whether it's depth, whether it is pool? What will be your main target?
Okay, because this year I'm very grateful, and also I feel like very blessed that I got more sponsors to go for more competition. So of course, like I see myself this year and even next year that I will still go to competition, and if I do new personal best, that will be a new record for Malaysia again. So. For that, I need to thank to my sponsor, U Mobile, this year to add for my trips to and my financial to attend more competition. And like I said, this year I focus more on the pool competition. So I have a few competition lined up after this. So of course I want to break a dynamic record, which is now is 165. And then I really want to go to 200 meters, because I just want to see if this is my limit, or I can still go more, because the world record is not far from 200 meters. Okay, and of course when I started to compete for that, I start with 28 meters. And then when I look back, every year I start to increase 10 meter, 10 meter, 10 meter each year. So 28, and then 40 meter, and then 50 meter, and then last year 60 meter. I really want to see if I can reach a 70 meter this year. So I will go to Sabang competition. I already announced that I have to go now. In Wing Island in Sabang. So I would love to see if I can set a new record again in Malaysia in that competition.